welcome back to the show. If you guys don't know what we're doing here, we're going from step 1 to sketching something on the paper to the final step of making something awesome.
If you guys don't know what we're doing here, neither do we.
I don't know either.
All right, yeah, so we've been working on some helms,
Yes.
and today, last week, we were playing with some foam clay. I was doing some stuff on mine, and it turns out that I didn't really care for the look of it in the end, which is okay. I just scrapped it. We're going to do something else. Jeff, meanwhile, has been on vacation and has fallen behind. That's right. I'm going to say it.
Dang
so,
it.
But the idea of Jeff's helm was that he wants to add some horns to it. We've got the basic thing made here, but we will need to add some horns, and we're in the process of making that. Now, one thing I've noticed is that there are a lot of cosplayers, a lot of crafters that have been talking recently and showing a bunch of different ways of actually making horns. And there are lots of characters out there, like Maleficent and whatnot, that have horns as part of their costume. So we thought, let's take the entire time and let's talk about making horns. Ultimately, it's going to be the same procedure that we take the foam, we have the pattern laid out, we're going to glue them and put them together. We're using patterns specifically from Kamyu Cosplay.
Yeah.
This is their horn patterns. Jeff's using one set. I'm using a slightly different horn to make it. Mine aren't really going to end up on my helm. They're probably going to end up as a separate piece to be able to wear, which is pretty cool. Lots of cosplayers are doing that too. So I figured I'll go ahead and make another set here, and we'll get going on this. So generally, horns are 3 or more pieces put together in order to get that conical shape.
I'm taking a difficult task.
Yeah, Jeff cut out all the pieces on one horn and said, "This is great. How is this going to make more than one?" I said, "Well, you got to cut out more pieces."
And I was like, there's more pieces to this? Why is there more pieces to this?
Now, Jeff is using some black craft foam because that's what we had. It's also the same style of craft foam that you might get from cosplay.com. Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah, cosplay.com.
Cosplay.com. And because of that, in order to be able to see, he's using a silver marker to be able to look at it. I'm just using a piece of craft foam straight from the craft store. It's a little bit thicker. I'm using a white piece so that I could just see the marks real easily. Doesn't matter a whole lot there. But the idea is that you cut out their pieces, you put them together, and in order to get the right horn shape, because they're little spiky horns, they're big ram horns and all sorts of things, in order to get those curves, you essentially cut it into several strips. And the strips, some of them are very straight, like, let's throw that on the side camera here. Some of them are very straightforward like that. Some of them are slightly curved like that, and so as you get them all put together, you'll end up with the style of horn ultimately that you're after. Now, all of these patterns from Kamyu Cosplay have registration marks. You can create your own horns in a similar method to how I've created the pattern for this, in that you can model them out in aluminum foil and exactly like you want, or maybe some insulation foam and you can sand it down. I've seen that done a whole lot.
Yeah.
You glue it up into a big block and then cut and sand till it's the right shape, and then go ahead and tape off of that and create a pattern from there. So
There's been a few times when Chris has come over to my place and he was actually talking about the sanding down, and we would just be there, and once it's all sanded down overwards and you paint it, gloss it, bam, it looks like a metal piece of helmet, but it's actually truly entirely made of foam. But look at the size. All right, so I want you guys to see this. Look at the size difference between my helmet and his helmet. Someone has an ego, and it's me.
Elves ain't fooling around.
No. Elves are jerks. Elves are huge, giant.
The reason elf helmets are like that is that elves are very full of themselves. They like to look down on you, and they need extra height to look down on you more.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If elves could walk around in platform shoes, they would. Platform shoes of banded mithril.
I am so done with you. Oh, man. So yeah, if you guys tuned in last week, we had a bit of a issue with some of the power. Is that true? Is
No.
that true? We did not. We didn't.
So in the middle
That's
of
right.
So
You
the-
lied to me. I'm in California. I get a text message. Someone got bit by a snake, had been rushed to the ER, and the power went out in the building, so we didn't have any kind of show. And they blamed me because of it. And guess what happened? Nothing of that ever happened.
Whoa! Don't shake it.
Oh,
well,
I'm sorry. Am I messing up your project, Chris?
Well, someone's gonna end up in the ER if I cut myself on the trying to cut out the foam.
Well, okay. Well, that's on. I'm gonna go back. I have no idea what to say in this. Well, on the plus side, I found a white shirt. I just can't find my hard hat. My hard hat. I can't find it anywhere.
I'm kind of surprised some days that you can find your head. You know, that's attached.
I love you too. I love you, Chris. I love you so much, Chris. So if you guys are just tuning in, so my name's Jeffrey, this is Chris, and basically what we do in Kombat Kreations, we take everyday household items, anything you can find around, even a dollar store, or someone's giving away furniture, otherwise, instead of like throwing it away, even like recycled materials, you can basically take that and then create something out of it and make it something more.
If you just tuned in, you missed the beginning of the show. Here, we'll do it again. Hi, I'm Chris.
Jeffrey.
It's Kombat Kreations.
Bonk.
Now you're caught up. We're building now.
You're ridiculous. I can't believe you.
This is why it takes us several episodes to make stuff.
Only several episodes? I think this is awesome. So, anyways, hello guys. Welcome back. So I'm cutting out my horns. You're putting horns on yours too?
Oh my god. It's almost like Jeff's just tuning into the show.
Alright, I just flew in this morning. I'm so tired and jet lagged, okay? That's a thing. I'm using that excuse until tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a whole different excuse. You got all night to think up a new excuse.
I have to think of a new excuse. What's that new excuse then? That's the question. Alright. So when if we can go ahead and look at this on this side, so basically what's happening is that with this, you'll see that the instructions are saying, hey, cut it out like this, and then you go on and you put these little nicks. When you put these nicks on, and then you take the horns together, and they start to form, and you'll see, and it helps you keep your horns straight, so you got that perfect little pointy bit that's right there. Or something like that. Something like that? Something like that. Uh-oh, crap. No! Go back. Where was it? Oh, I need the marks. So, Chris, I really like your helmet, actually. It's really neat. I'm looking forward to the final details of the elven helm.
All right.
You got,
let's see.
You got elf, I got trolls.
Get out of the way, Helm. All right. I've got 2 horns cut out here because I'm not lollygagging.
I'm not lollygagging. I'm actually working on something.
All right. So 2 of the number 2, 2 of the number 1, 2 of the number 3. So
that's a lot of 2. All right.
There.
Let's see.
Now, I'm ready for some clips. I'm ready for some gluing.
Oh, that's right. The glue technique. The clips.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
I actually really like this glue because it's easy to maintain and doesn't get really sticky and it's easy to wash off and it doesn't get hot. No more hot glue. Running for no more hot glue presidency. Right? Is that a thing? Can that be a thing? That's a thing now, right?
Oh, I missed a mark.
What's up?
I missed some marks
All right.
in here.
So you know how like usually in you see people with fantasies and you'll see trolls with like ram horns or 2 sets of just one on each side. I'm gonna see if I can go for more of a 4 set going around. So we'll see how this turns out. And if I don't like it, I can always take it off and redo it. Not too big of a deal. Okay,
So
that one goes there. That one goes there. What's up?
I am making sure that I'm about to glue the right side. Actually, 2. I'm gonna glue both sides of that.
Yeah.
I'm living dangerously here.
You're living dangerously. Why are you living dangerously?
Because we only have 30 minutes.
We only have 30 minutes to do this, guys. Okay, so
now,
B5
with
goes
these,
there.
when we were gluing the helms, it was thicker foam than what we're using here. So we were able to just put a little bit of bead of glue on the foam itself and brush it out over the piece. Since these are thinner, I don't necessarily want to put a big bead of glue down it, but I've got my little silicone tool. I'm going to try putting a little bit of glue on the tool.
Okay.
And using that to brush down.
So we're using these little, silicone things you can use on the grill and, for cooking utensils and such, and you can get this at a dollar store. And we recommend using silicone because if the glue hardens, gets on there, it comes right off, versus where other materials like brushes or otherwise, it's going to ruin that type of deal. So anything with silicone is what we always recommend.
Look at this. I'm a genius.
Oh, there goes, wow. That is, the glue we're using also, if people is called all-purpose cement bars. It's the original glue, and this one it's blue with a bear logo, like a little polar bear on there. Wow, that was real country on me.
That's
a little polar bear on there.
got a little bit of bear on that glue. Glue's got a little bear on it. Got a little bear going on that glue. Bear glue.
Yeah, bear glue.
Get that barge bear glue
for
gluing
glue.
up the bears.
It's like a two-body honey bear glue.
Honey bear glue.
Bear glue?
We got
Chris, where can you find that kind of glue if you go to a store?
This one I found at Tandy Leather.
Where Leather?
You might actually be gluing parts of bear, I suppose.
Really?
Well, they've got all sorts of different animal skins and stuff. Why not bear?
I didn't know that was a thing. Okay.
Bear, sure. I mean, how do you think they make bearskin rugs? They make it out of bears.
Bear. How bare is it?
So bare that we can't have it in this time slot.
That's, that can go in many different directions.
That's funny, y'all. That's funny. That's very
ridiculous.
Funny.
Oh, wow. All right, so it's B5. I like that there's numbers on here, and that also shows
I will say, last time we were using this glue, we used a little bit and capped it off, and at the moment I'm not capping it off, so we got a little bit of fumes going. Sorry, studio, but that's what happens when you got Kombat here.
Ooh, it is very high potent right now.
I don't have the cap on because I'm grabbing bits of it on these smaller surfaces.
How many horns are you going to be adding to your helmet?
Oh, damn it.
Did you just mess up?
I am not adding any horns to my helmet. We already covered this at the beginning of the show. I am letting you catch up with yours while I make some horns that can be worn separately.
Oh, okay.
Jeff is just tuning in with us. We're going to have to start over. Chris, Jeff, Kombat Kreation. All right, now we're all here. Hey!
Matrix. I just like messing with you, Chris. That's all. I know you're making those horns just for funsies.
Oh, man. It's the fumes. It's getting to you.
Yeah, those fumes are pretty strong. So we suggest if you guys ever do use this glue, make sure you are in an outside environment.
Never use this indoors in a film studio.
Never. It's a bad idea. And when that door is open, when our exit door is open, the crew comes in and they're just like, "Whoa!" And it's crazy because it's just this tiny little piece right here, and it's very what's the word? Potent.
Yeah, sure.
It's an ambrosia all around. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'm just gonna keep cutting. I'm almost done.
That. All right, I've got my pieces on horn number 1. I'm gonna deal with that before I get to horn number 2. Now, in order to get everything set up here, I went ahead and did the full side on 2 of the pieces, and then both sides on what will be my center piece. In the end, these 2 pieces will still have to get glued together, so I won't have the full wraparound horn yet. But at least I can let this set up and make sure I can get the majority of the horn done, and then I can just seal it off. I'm not going to do glue on the other horn just yet, partly because I'm low on clips, but also so I can just let this get it set up and make sure that I'm getting everything going like it needs to be going.
Yeah.
How you doing over there?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself? How are you doing?
Yeah, you're thinking of putting horns together, right?
Yeah. I gotta cut everything.
So next season, we're going to have Jeff finish his helm.
I will get done with it in time. Because, just so you know, good sir, I am coming to your place, and I'm gonna take over your garage, and we're gonna work on these things. Well, I'm gonna work on this, and yeah, we'll figure this out.
That's right.
But it's fun. No, I really like how we are going about this.
And working with this glue, you do need to let it dry and get tacky, and I'm almost there, but I'm not quite there. Another thing we noticed in playing with this glue, make sure that when you put the glue on that it's real thin. You don't need much glue. You don't want it puddling up. You don't want all that. You want a real thin layer. It cures so much faster, but it doesn't need a really thick layer in order to hold properly. If you are doing something that needs a thick layer of glue, you need a different glue. That is not what this is for.
And a lot of, even though my background of hot glue, I hate hot glue, but we'll use it. But we recommend don't use hot glue because it only lasts for so long before it will start to peel away. So check out some other glues that are online and such and see what you can do. But we would definitely recommend the Barge all-purpose one.
I think awesome. We're going to roll with this.
Uh-oh.
Now, I got to be careful because I've got glue on both sides of my middle piece here. So I'm going to bring it over to the camera here. I've got the edges and I've got these little marks along the way. And so I'll start with the edge, and as I get to each mark, I'll press, and I'm just going to go slow. And some of this is kind of close. I have to stretch or condense the foam just a little bit, and that's because ultimately I'm going to make a 3D shape. There we go. Press, press, press. All right. More curve.
All right, let's see.
We get to the next mark. It's right there.
Okay.
Now there was a little bit of glue. Let's see. That middle piece just seems too long. I'm going to roll with it here. My marks are off. It's crazy time. But I'm going to make it work. I'm not sure why my marks are off.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to live with it.
You're going to live with it? Just go with it? See what happens with it?
I am.
I still have one more horn thing to do. Oh my gosh, there's so many horns to do. This is ridiculous and silly.
The nice thing is now that I've got it a little curved, when I attach the piece on the other side, this should be a whole lot easier.
Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay.
All right.
There we go. All right. So if I don't get gluing today, it's okay because, but luckily, Chris, I'm not going on vacation for some time. Hey. Chris?
I'm gluing, man.
Oh, you're gluing? What you gluing?
Well, I was thinking about gluing some horns, you see, because we're...
Oh, you're going to glue some horns? That sounds like a great idea.
We're doing this show. We're building projects.
Yeah. Also, those of you that are under the age of 18, make sure you do, if you cut with anything or otherwise like that, if you're using some of these high strength terrible glue perfumes. Make sure you're wearing a mask and such like that. We really need to get masks.
See, that one lined up better. I don't know what the deal is, but...
You got this. All right. Oh, no, go back. Here we go.
So, there's one horn almost made. You may look at that and say, that is not horn-shaped.
That looks like a shoulder cuff.
Yeah, but, see, here's the deal. When these two pieces get glued together, then the whole thing forms up into a horn shape.
I like that idea. That's neat. Wow. All right. And I got quite a few sets of horns I'm going for. So it's okay. I don't mind having fun with this. This is what we're gonna do.
Glue up the sides here. Hopefully we have enough time for this.
And it's pretty simple, guys. You can get this foam at your local store and just
Yeah, the foam that we're using,
store.
we had been using lots of foam. The main stuff for the helmets came from SKS Props. The foam clay that we were using came from SKS Props. But this foam that we're using here is just straight up craft store foam.
So much foam to use. It's driving me crazy. Okay, I'm almost done. We're almost out of time. But it's okay. It's alright. I'm alright at this. Because by the time you guys come back next time, I'll have the horns already glued onto the helmet. Because I plan on definitely having this done beforehand, so then we can move forward and I'll be finally caught up with you. How's that sound?
I'll believe it when it happens.
Alright, so we're just going to do this.
So as a preview, next week when we keep going with this sort of stuff, we're going to do a lot of cleanup on the helms prior to painting. And I know that seems like an extra step, and it seems like we're taking forever to get around to the painting part. Trust me, I really want to get to the painting part too. But we really, in order to get a good paint job and make these helms look really nice, we are going to need to do some cleanup on the both of them. We don't want the lines to show through. I used a little bit of foam clay to fill in some spots on mine. Going to do a little bit more of that. Jeff's going to do some more additions and things like that to his so that we can get them all looking as nice as possible before you put the paint on. A good paint job can do a lot of beautiful things for a project, but if the basic project is just not well constructed and finished up nicely prior to the paint is not going to fix it.
That is true. Well, I got done cutting. And I still...
As for how many horns? 4? And good for you that you chose the horn with the most pieces. Because that seemed logical. If we're going to use a horn, we're going to go with something with as many pieces as possible. Because on the upside, it will end up with kind of a twisty sort of a horn. A lot more Maleficent-like in shape, I think, how that twists in a couple of different directions. It's harder to do that. It takes more effort. It takes a few more parts.
Yeah.
And really, when you're with these patterns, ultimately you're wanting shapes that can lay down flat, so they can lay down on a flat foam, and then you can make the flat foam turn into curved round foam.
But you know me, I always like a good challenge. I like to challenge myself with all these projects and see how far I can go, what I can do with it, and how intricate that my first vision of it was, and then go from there. Because it's definitely going to be not what I have sketched out, and that sketch.
Well,
is
yeah, that's
terrible.
the same thing. That's the same thing. Like mine, I was starting with a wood elf idea, which has formed into more of a high elf looking helm, and probably how I'm going to end up. So, elves are elves.
Elves are elves. That should be a show. Elves are elves.
I used to be at a LARP where we had. So there used to be a comic called Elf Quest, and so one day we had an Elf Quest, and everybody said, "Oh, what's that?" And the people playing elves were especially excited because in the cartoon Elf Quest, elves were a big part of that, being in the name. And we said, "Yes, in Elf Quest, here are the rules. The elves get a 10-second head start. Go!" And then we chased elves.
You literally went hunting for elves during this time.
Yep.
Why does that not surprise me? What you would
That wasn't my game.
It's just like that one time we were in a LARP at Traders Crossing, and then we were playing wizards, and we had the church come over and chase us and chase the wizards out of town.
That's right. We did get chased out of town.
No, and the reason that happened is because you decided to play. Your character went all crazy, loco, evil. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. Everybody.
You know what? My characters do what they do. That's not me.
Yeah, that's true.
Now this is where it gets kind of magic here.
I'm never gonna let you
closing
down.
up edges.
Let's check that out before we head out tonight.
Getting that kind of closed up there as I go, just a little at a time. I gotta kind of shape it in my hand. It's not the greatest on the screen. I'm trying to to show you guys here.
All right. Well, guys, we just want to say we really appreciate you tuning in. I know this episode was just kind of like, oh, they're just cutting, tracing, and such, but we want to show you guys the step-by-step process. I mean, this is what you do each and every step. You know, we realize people want to rush their projects. Take your time. You make sure you want to be as proficient as possible and all that. So in the meantime, have a good night, guys. Take care.
Continue crafting!
What? Oh, we just got a note that we're continuing crafting.
Heck
Wow,
yeah!
we're crafting more! I have no idea what just happened. Our producer just came in and he, like, waved his arms in the air like a Muppet Man. I guess we have another, like... Whoa, we're going on for a full hour. We're on for a full hour!
Hey, you can get one of those done! Look, glue, let's go!
Oh, my God. Well, guys, we're back.
Surprise!
That's the greatest thing. I wish everyone in the audience can literally see this right now. Our producer, no, keep going.
I have a knife around here. All right.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. All right, well, hey, that makes me happy. I was rushing. I was like, man, this sucks. I have to do all this, and but it's okay. It's all right.
Look at that, one round horn.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty. That's pretty cool. Nice. Thank you.
Give me that. I'm gonna add it to my combat helm.
Are you really?
No, not really. But there you go. One round.
All right.
Probably play with the edges a little
well,
bit
in that
better
case
here.
scenario, I am done with this. And all right, now I want to start gluing. Chris? I'm gonna need your assistance since you're a master at this kind of stuff. What would I need to do? what's gonna happen? You know what? Let's do this. I'm gonna. Oh, that was my ears. Okay, there we go.
Hey, there's some more clips in our side bin over there. Grab some more clips.
Yes.
This worked out really, really, really well.
All right, more clips. I got more clips.
Excellent.
More clips, more fun. Wow, this actually fits pretty nicely. It's really snug too. So when I play characters and such, I normally like to get up in trees, hang upside down, do silly things. So this is not, no matter, or anytime I put this on, this is not going to come off, I have a feeling. But, you know, it's like, all right, so I see the helmet and such like this, and it kind of gives you that Magneto flavor. So I think I'm actually going to round some of this up a little bit before we start getting on these horns, because...
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, let's, do we actually, we don't have scissors, do we? We just have these cutters. That's okay. You know what? I will round out my helmet when I have scissors proper, so I'm not trying to cut through and mess up or anything. Okay, so we're going with these horns right here, and I kind of picked the most complicated ones because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pieces of horn just to make one horn. So, and I cut everything out. I think I got about four set. I don't know, but we're gonna find out here. So. So you can see right here, when we're looking at this, we're looking at these kind of horns, you can see the little notches right here. This is where you have the other horn coming in. You want to line it up with that. And if it's a little off, it's okay, because you can fix it later on. And it'll show you what side B1's, B5, and that's what I really like about these. That they're labeled, they give you friendly user instructions and such.
If you make your own patterns, label everything.
Yeah.
Not just which piece it is, but which piece it connects to.
Okay.
So
I'm going to need your help on this because I want to make sure I do this correct and not mess up.
Okay. So pick a couple of pieces that connect side by side.
All right. So I'm going to go with, trying to flip this all over so I can
Do you have a piece number 1?
Yeah, that would be B1.
Do you have a piece number 2?
That would be B2. Give me a second. B2.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that B1 and B2 should connect to each other.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. So, all right. So how would I do this, Chris? Just to refresh my memory on this.
So you're going to put a little bit of glue right down that edge on the 2 pieces. And the thinner the glue, the better. Okay.
So I have to do with the little stands like this, correct?
Yeah, that's what I was doing over here. You know, do what you got to do. You clip it so you're going to have your glued sides up. Now you'll take it off the stands when you're actually putting them together.
Okay.
So don't worry about that. All you're worrying about is so the glue doesn't, adhere to the table or anything or other parts.
Yeah.
Anything you don't want it to glue.
All right. Oh, there's a glue. Okay.
There's the glue. It is open. And I was doing, here, don't do this. Do the same sort of thing I'm doing, but use a little bit of scrap foam.
Yeah.
Just put a little bit on the edge. That's more than enough.
All right. Well, it came out on its own like that.
Give me
my fault. Here you go.
Yeah, we're gonna share the glue. And use that to scrape it down the way.
Oh, I see what you want me to do. Okay.
Use the foam like I'm using the tool over here.
Smart.
Yeah, brain cells.
I hate you. Okay. All right. So we're getting this piece right here. All right. Okay. So that piece is on there. Now we have to do this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Same sort of thing. Little bit of glue, spread thin all the way down the edge.
Okay. Here we go. We'll get all quiet when we're like getting really into our projects and so forth. But that's what makes it fun. There we go. All right. All right.
If
so
you get too much in a particular spot,
Spread
go
it
back
like
through
butter.
and spread it off.
like butter. All right, cool. So these two pieces are now glued.
Okay. Now they've got to cure. They've got to dry till they get tacky and not wet.
I'm watching it.
That's kind of why I started gluing up multiple pieces.
Last time I tried that, it did not end well.
Well, so what I did with this middle piece that's really long and the pieces fit to either side is, I have the clamps at the end so it's upright and it'll let me glue both sides at the same time. You just have to be careful with what you're doing.
All right.
Or you can wait and glue. What you can do is if you've got more clips,
That's what I'm about to go look for.
you can glue two other pieces. Like,
Well, these are the only two other clips that we got. We gotta go out to get more. All right, so we got those two. They're gonna dry out on their own, and we'll come back to that in a second.
yeah, so you can start, if that's number 1 and number 2, maybe do a number 3 and a number 4.
I could do a number 3.
Here, you're welcome to use this if you'd like. Do you want this or do you want to keep going with your foam?
Oh, I'll just keep using the foam. It's all cool.
Now, we also
I
have,
can't
here,
do
I also have the foam clay bin here. You can lay one on top of the bin with the edge hanging off if you like, if that helps.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it. In the meantime.
All right. Now, glue, cure.
Where's that? Oh, do we have a heat gun?
No, yeah. It's all right. It'll get done.
All right. So, Chris, have you been working on any other projects besides these new horns and helmet?
Nope. I've been on vacation and sitting
And
on my
he
duck.
yells at me that I've been on vacation.
Well, but there was that bit where I finished gluing up your helm for you. To do that. To do your project.
He loves me. He really loves me. Okay, so there's that one. So
I've
so
been on vacation. I was organizing my Legos.
B1, we have
It's
B2,
the sort of thing that I do.
and we have B3.
Honestly,
extra
I
clip?
probably could have hit this with and shaped the pieces a little bit before putting them together, but kind of like what we've got going on here.
And now I have B. No, that's not gonna work with that. I'm gonna need a actual clip. All right. So
I think that's all the clips that we.
the waiting game, folks. It's where we go ahead and use the glue, and we wait.
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 Hey, let's put the cap on the glue
Oh, hey, that's a thing.
while we're waiting.
I'm just like getting confused
And,
and everything.
We'll dance around.
We're
Come on,
dancing.
dancing around
Why are we
time,
dancing?
because
remember
we're
back in the
winning.
day when we used to do that? Switch!
Switch! Switch!
Switch!
Switch!
Okay,
How's-
that was a lot of fun. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? While I'm waiting for the glue to go ahead.
Wait. There are people that are tuning in now thinking that they're going to get to Red Web. Hi, Chris.
I'm Jeff. Great.
Kombat Creations. All right. You're caught up again.
Unfortunately, Brad couldn't be here tonight. He had some other stuff going on. But hey, real life happens, and we were completely understandable. But yeah, no, look at all this stuff like so it's just like it does take a lot of time to put in the amount of work you really want, even if it's the most simplest thing. Take your time, folks. Don't rush through something. You want to make it look good. You don't want to mess it up, and you don't want to rush it and make it look bad.
See, I was doing a thing with some of the foam clay here and some of the bits, and I can actually get that done while I'm waiting for this.
Yeah, and what I'm doing, I'm actually taking a old hookah hose. They smoke hookah out of.
Hookah hose.
And I'm actually going to use the hose itself because it's a nice sturdy piece.
Here's a hookah.
It's a nice sturdy piece, so I really kind of want to do is go in and probably go into the middle of this horn, or around the horns itself. So I got that nice little weird round spot. Just kind of give it some decor and such. So I'm going to cut off the ends here. I'm probably going to come back and use these ends too on this set. So let's see. Yeah, it's a nice hose. Holy crap.
Jeff's a hoser.
Shut up.
You're a hoser with the hookah.
Hookah hose.
Hookah hose.
Hookah hoser. Alright, so that glue's still going. You know what, I am gonna come back in. I don't want this pointed because it just looks too much like a Magneto helm to me. So I'm going to have it come in and around that spot. We're going to go in and actually draw this. So we can actually, I need a Sharpie. You have the Sharpie? There it is. All right. So I'm going to go in from this side. There we go. Oop. All right, so we're going to go from there. You can tell we get really into our projects when we get quiet.
Yeah. Live TV should be talking, focusing on foam clay.
So you're using the foam clay to basically go in all the cracks.
Shove in some cracks there, yeah.
You know, I'm probably going to do the same after I cut these little pieces. So you can see what I'm doing right here, Chris. I'm actually going to cut right in that little spot.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of give it a little round.
You know what?
I'll show this to the camera.
When you cut one side, before you cut the other, use the cutoff piece as a guide to make sure that you're lining it up correctly.
That is a good choice. So you can see how it comes in at a point. And basically what I'm doing, I'm going to have it come in and, well, we're going to have it come in and round off like this. Because I want it to be a little bit different from what you see in normal movies or otherwise, and go from there. I'll get those in just a second. Thank you. Okay, the only thing is, it's a little tricky, so I gotta get over here and look at this. It's a little hard because I don't have scissors, but hopefully that cuts through. Alright, well, we got folded, so that's a good piece. We're gonna have it come over on this table, and we're gonna do that again. Oh yeah, that's definitely something I want. Perfect. Okay, so, oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah. And it is perfectly lined up. So I'm going to come in on this side. Alright, so if we can get a look at the camera right here, you can see where I've cut in like this, and now I'm just kind of folding it back and forth. And then on this side, because you're like, oh, hey, well, you just fold that back, you see that little crease line, and what I'm using the table to come right here, so now I have a hard surface to cut on perfectly.
Only do this if you're okay with actually cutting your table. Well, only do this if everyone is okay with cutting your table.
So
if
now,
you're okay with cutting it, Someone else in the house isn't.
So let's go ahead and try this on, see how this looks now. If it doesn't look great, then oh well, I'm gonna keep moving forward. But I like this because now it shows more of that jaw line right there, and it comes in more, and it looks a little bit different from what you see in movies or otherwise. Now I'm debating if I actually want to have it to where this piece right here at the top, do I want it a slight curve, or do I just want to keep it pointed? That's the thing. It looks a little lopsided, but that's because my hand's lopsided.
You know, I don't know. I would reduce the point. Even if you're gonna keep it with a little bit of a point, I would make it shallower at least.
Yeah, at least a little round.
Shallower, like me.
What?
I said shallower, like me.
All right, there we go.
Maybe that's too shallow.
Oh, you're a shallow fellow, right? I have no idea.
That's what I was. That was the joke.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so here we go. We got the helmet coming in. Just round it off a little bit, and it's okay if it's a little uneven because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back in, and I'm gonna then when the decoration goes on and everything, it'll be completely different. But Chris, take a look. Here we go.
Yeah, that's a whole lot better.
Oh yeah, be nice right here, big enough for my tusks to go through when I'm wearing them.
It looks a little more troll utilitarian that way.
Did you just make that word up?
Utilitarian?
Trollitarian?
I didn't say trollitarian. I said
I thought you did. Okay. So Chris, how is this glue looking now? Should I be able to go ahead and use it?
So, touch it, and you feel how it's sticky, but it's not, and it's trying to stick to your finger, but it's not coming off on your finger?
Yeah.
Perfect. Glue it up.
All right. So, I have B1 and B2 right here. So
start at one edge. Press
right.
the edges firmly together as you go down the way. Move slowly.
So Chris, if I'm doing that, but look at this. Check this out.
It will want to curve. Now there may be
Well,
points.
this is overlapping though.
No, not overlap. You want to go edge to edge.
Edge to edge? Oh,
Edge
like
to edge.
on top?
Start at one end.
Okay.
And now you've got the marks. You want to line up the marks. If the marks are slightly off, it's foam. Squish and shape one side or another to get the lines to line up.
Right. Okay.
That's why you put the lines there.
That's why the line's there. All right. Cool. Oh, sweet. All right. Well, that's all good. Boom. There we are. And now I go in with B3. We're coming in with B3. B3. And B3 is on side. Got it. Oh, these are going to be huge. Holy crap. See, it's kind of, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Did you get glue on both sides there or just on one?
Just on one. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh.
So the glue sticks to the glue, you see.
You know what, Chris?
Here, you need some more clips? I'm done with these.
No, I got plenty of clips. I just... Oh, this is annoying. I hate this whole entire thing. This is so ridiculous. Ah, it's angry. I'm gonna love it in the end. I'm just messing around. This is killing me. Okay, so now I have to do more of this work right here, but it's okay. I did a little bit on my helmet. Got that done with.
I'm gonna keep going with my foam clay pressing in here while I'm waiting for the next little bit on my horns to dry. Now, when you're using the foam clay in this manner to kind of fill in these gaps, it's important to use too much because...
You want to use too much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the foam clay, as it dries, will shrink a little bit. So if you use the right amount, you'll come back and still have a gap.
All right.
But if you use too much, then you'll still be able to sand off the excess, and it will look correct.
Got it. All right. Okay. I'm just going to glue every side now. Ugh. That's the thing I don't like about glue. I wish it would just stick immediately. Why can't someone make that?
That it just sticks? Because then it'd stick to everything.
That's the whole point.
Like your hands and the table.
1, 2, 3, 4,
And
5
small
pieces
ducklings.
to one horn?
They
5 pieces? This is unfair.
It's crazy.
This is treason.
You know what? You know what?
I don't know
You
how
should
it's treason.
find. You should find whoever chose that horn as the one for you to use, and have some words with that person.
Chris, that's me.
Yeah, I know.
This is a lot of fun. I like it. So yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, go back on our old episodes, seasons and such, and you'll see some of the other creations that we've done. This season, we decided to go ahead with a slight different route. Starting from the beginning to the end and going from there. There might be a little few dull moments, so it's like, okay, but you want to take your time on it, and I like how this is starting to look at that. It looks cool.
Yeah, it'd look better if I didn't have to use it. But, you know what? It'll look good in the end. Once I get it sanded down and painted over, that whole thing will disappear. Are you moving the whole table?
Yeah, I did.
Whoa, let's... our table's on stilts, people. If we move it too much, it will fall over.
That sounds dangerous.
You sound dangerous.
Yeah, I do. Uh-oh. Chris, our table. I got it.
We
Yay!
may or may not be about to lose the table on Jeff's head. Because we need
That
to get
close to falling.
exciting.
It was the leg on this side was literally about to fall and collapse. That would have been a very bad thing for us.
Without hot glue, Jeff's got to do something to
If anyone doesn't know about the hot glue situation, is that
worry about
I am banned from using hot glue because hot glue will literally burn me every single time.
You'd think
Every time.
You'd think somebody would put like some sort of a label on it to let people know that
hot glue
it's
is
gonna
hot.
burn. Yeah, I mean, you think that they'd like come up with a better name for it, something like,
This will burn you hot.
hot glue. Yeah, if they were to call it hot glue, I think people might get it and understand that it is indeed glue that is hot. Hi, Chris, Jeff, Kombat Kreations, Dink.
Continue crafting, Chris. I think I just heard our producer laughing in the background. I'm not too sure, but yeah. I still like that he came in waving his Muppet hands at us. That was very amusing.
Flailing like Kermit the Frog.
Oh my gosh, that was funny. Okay, before... No, I need to be 5 because... Oh, wow.
So, when you're working on stuff at home, it's a whole lot better to have people around. You get a whole lot more done because you're chatting and you're all entertained by each other and what's nuts.
Who said I was entertained by you?
So, in cases where you're working at home, just put us on in the background and we'll provide the entertainment.
We're entertaining.
I'm entertaining.
You're entertaining. I'm entertaining. We're all entertainment. There we go. All right, let's see. We got that piece, and we got this piece, and I'll flip this back over. I'm going to get that glued, and this will be one whole horn. And I still got...
Now these edges, really, I need to hit with a Dremel and sand down. But I'm going to try some of the foam clay over here as well and see if I can't get a better surface in the end. All right, I'm not playing. There comes a point where you have to know when to stop. Stop the madness.
What? What just happened? All right, Chris.
I don't know. I thought that was you.
So I got all this glued. Those two are going to dry. I'm going to go ahead and get this one on now. So that was B2. B3 needs to be on this side. And we're going to go ahead and go from there.
And remember that as you go down, you might have to pull and push the different pieces of foam to get them to stick properly. What are you starting in the middle for? Start at
I'm not.
Start at the edge.
Don't be mean. I'm trying my best.
How about try my best? And then...
This is what I have to deal with, folks.
There you go. There you go. Now you're starting, the whole piece is starting to get some curvature to it.
How big is this horn?
Well, it's that big. But, see, here's the thing. It curves in two directions, like Maleficent's. Well, in one direction, so mine was 3-piece, and I'm able to curve in one direction. You've got a second direction to go, so you got to get some extra pieces in there.
That's a band.
An extra direction?
One Direction.
No, it isn't. It's some people that think that they can play music. Band is when people start enjoying it.
B5 goes over here. All right.
B5 is in space, man. Babylon 5.
Oh, Babylon 5. It's actually in my queue. I'm actually going to finally now watch it. Oh, crap. Hey. I'm more of a Battlestar Galactica guy.
I'm about to...
You alright there, buddy?
I'm about to have some problems with my co-host here.
I've always been told to watch it, though.
Yes!
You'll like it. It's in my queue. I'm about to watch it. Don't worry.
Yeah, so you know, one of the things that all the Marvel movies have that grand arc over everything that they've been going on for forever with? Babylon 5 did that.
That's what a lot of TV shows do normally. They have arcs, don't
No.
they?
Before the guy wrote the first episode, he wrote the history up to then, he wrote what was going to go on for 5 seasons, and he wrote what happened after then, so that they can reference everything correctly in the shows before he wrote the first episode. He knew exactly what everything was going to be, was going to happen.
Cool. That sounds like a great show.
Just wait. Watch the whole thing.
I have a feeling when I come over, I'm gonna have to sit down and watch this with you.
They did some time jump episodes.
Yeah.
And because they knew what was going to happen, they knew what they needed for footage to be shot.
Yeah.
So later when they go back and revisit the same time, they've got all of the footage that they need from the first time they filmed it to work out seamlessly with the rest of the show. It was...
So what is Babylon 5 about?
Londo Mollari is my hero.
So what's Babylon 5 all about, Chris?
Veer!
What? Did you just speak German?
Veer was Londo's helper. And even now when you go to cons, if you see all the guys, he'll yell out, Veer! And down the way, Veer. Yes, Londo. Oh, no, that actor passed away. Not going to do that anymore. Now I am a bull. More. Horns! Is that not cool? Look, I've done 2 in the time that it's taken you to do a half.
That's why I'm learning this stuff, okay? I need an adult.
So there are lots of videos online to do these sort of things, especially from the places that we got some of these patterns. And it's really cool when you send some links over to watch some of this stuff to your co-host, who then fails to open the links.
I briefly look at them and then I get bored. I love you, Chris.
All right.
Okay, so now there's one piece of horn.
Yeah, see, and it's almost complete. And as it finishes up, yeah, it'll have that whole shape, the kind of wider at the bottom, weird twisty shape.
Okay.
Let's cap off the glue. We don't have time to glue anything else.
All right, this is so weird how it's starting to turn into this. I don't know.
3-dimensional shapes. So next time we're gonna we're gonna finish up some of the shaping and everything, get everything ready for painting. Then we'll start laying down paint. You know what? If it look, turn it around to a camera. It kind of popped in, and here's my recommendation with that is let it finish curing. Like pop it out if you can, but if you can't, let it finish curing and pop it out.
There we go.
Yeah, you'll be able to get that going now.
Yeah, that is gonna be. So here's one horn. That is one big massive horn. Wow, I did not realize it was gonna be. Okay. That's
All right, so we're gonna keep working on this sort of thing, but for now, we're gonna.
This doesn't look right, guys.
It's like the.
I should just.
It's like the dark crystal shard.
I'm just gonna.
One right in the front.
One
yeah,
in the front.
That's not telling. Yeah, Jeff gave up on the other three already.
All
right, so we're gonna come back next week. Definitely check out some more of Kaiju Labs shows.
Thanks for making my
check out some. Oh no.
Stay tuned, guys.
For more stuff. We'll be back next week. Continue crafting and all those sort of things until we get Muppet Arms telling us to keep on going for another hour.
This is huge. Bye, guys. Continue crafting.